You say one sentence in Italian, they answer in English. And just like that, your Italian practice dies right there. You smile, you switch to English. Then later you think, why did I even study all those months? I've seen this hundreds of times, so in this video I'm going to show you what to say before they switch, the exact line to use when they answer in English, what to do when they want to practice English with you, and how to speak so they don't feel they need to save you. Most learners lose the conversation before it even begins. They say, sorry, my Italian is terrible, or scusa, non parlo bene italiano. I understand why. Think of it like this. You walk into a gym and say to the trainer, I'm terrible, sorry, I can't do this, please don't make it difficult. What will the trainer do? They will make it easy. That sounds kind, but it also means you do not train properly. Italian is the same. When you say, my Italian is terrible, you are trying to be polite, you are trying to warn them, you are trying to make mistakes feel less embarrassing. But this is what the Italian person hears. This is going to be hard, please help me. So they help you in English. If you start by saying your Italian is bad, the other person will try to protect you from Italian. And the fastest way to protect you is English. So do not start with an apology. Start with a clear sentence. Sto imparando l'italiano. Possiamo parlare in italiano, per favore? I'm learning Italian. Can we speak Italian, please? This is simple, calm, normal. You're not saying, I'm terrible. You are saying, I'm practicing. And now the other person knows what you want. That is the first step. But even if you start well, some Italians will still switch to English, so now you need your second line. But this is a painful moment. You say, vorrei un cappuccino, per favore. They answer, sure. Anything else? And your brain thinks, great, finished. Now you have a problem. If you continue in English, the practice is over. But if you get annoyed, you make the conversation weird. So you need a line that brings the conversation back without sounding rude. It's what my students and I call calm reset. That sentence is strong because it does not attack them. You're not saying, stop speaking English. You're saying, thanks, but let me try. Here is how it sounds in real life. You say, vorrei un cappuccino, per favore. They say, sure. Anything else? You smile even if you want to kill them and say, grazie, ma vorrei provare in italiano. Vorrei anche una bottiglia d'acqua. That's it, done. No panic, no long explanation. No need to tell them your full life story and emotional history of your language learning journey. They don't care, just reset. Think of it like a video game. You made the move, the conversation went in the wrong direction. You press reset and try again. That is what this phrase does. It puts Italian back on the screen. But there is one situation where this gets more complicated. Sometimes Italians are not switching because they want to help you. Sometimes they want to practice too. Dirty bastards. Bastards! All those money, time, energy you spend on Italian are going to be wasted just because they want to use you. This happens a lot. You want Italian from them, they want English from you. Now both people are using the same conversation for practice. It's not rude, it's just messy. If you don't say anything, English usually wins. It's a home game, they are in Italy, and then English might be easier for them and probably safer for you, so make a small deal. Say, facciamo così, prima parliamo un po' in italiano, poi in inglese. This feels fair. You are not rejecting their English, you are creating a space for your Italian. You can also say, Mi piacerebbe parlare un po' in italiano perché sto cercando di migliorare. That sounds natural and human, and of course choose the right moment. If you are in a busy cafe with 10 people behind you, do not start a language exchange at the counter. Order, practice one line, move on. But with a friend, a neighbor, someone at the party, or someone you meet on holiday, this works very well. The rule is simple. Italian first, English later. That way both people get something from the conversation. But even if they agree to speak Italian, there is still one more problem. If your Italian is too hard to answer, they may switch back to English anyway. This part may hurt a little, but it will help you. Sometimes Italians switch to English because your Italian is too confusing to answer. For example, you say,
Io volevo, no, forse, come si dice? I'm sorry.
the other person sees you struggling, so they switch to English because it feels easier for both of you. That does not mean you are bad at Italian, it means your sentence is too heavy for the moment. So make it lighter. Use short, clear sentences like vorrei questo. Quanto costa? Posso pagare con carta? Ah, avete una taglia più grande? Puoi ripetere per favore? These sentences are not fancy, okay, I get it, but they work. And when you are speaking in real life, working is better than sounding impressive. Think of it like throwing a ball. If you throw one ball clearly, the other person can catch it. If you throw 5 balls at once, they will just. Conversation is the same. Give them one clear sentence. Then let them answer. Before you speak to an Italian, prepare 3 things: an opening line, one follow-up question, one rescue phrase. For example, in a cafe, opening line, vorrei un cappuccino, per favore. E follow-up question, quanto costa? A rescue phrase, grazie, ma vorrei provare in italiano. That is enough to survive the first few seconds, and those first few seconds matter, because if you can survive the start, you can stay in Italian longer. And if you stay in Italian longer, you actually get better. Now, I've said a lot, but if you really want Italians speak to you in Italian, you really need to watch this video next. And remember, stick to Italian, and Italian will stick to you. Ciao!